Former President Donald Trump announced his campaign for the Republican presidential nomination last year. And so far, Trump has led in the polls by miles and looks all but guaranteed to take the nomination come August. But for hard right Republicans who don't enjoy Trump's drama or pronunciation of Lenin, however, a single hope remained. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. He's long been expected to throw his hat in the ring, and on Wednesday evening, DeSantis did just that. Or at least, he tried. It all began when Twitter cowboy Elon Musk said he would be conducting a Twitter space with DeSantis. And if you don't know what a Twitter space is, well done. It's basically an audio chat room where users can listen into conversations between speakers. And it's the medium that DeSantis chose to launch his presidential bid by way of a conversation with Musk, chaired by tech mogul David Sacks. Nightmare blunt rotation. But it didn't really go to plan. First, there was 8.5 minutes of awkward silence, and then this.
All right. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, everyone, depending on wherever in the world you're joining us from. I'm broadcasting live from Twitter headquarters. It's David Sacks here. Elon is sitting next to me, and we want to welcome you to this historic Twitter Spaces event, and more broadly, a first in the history of social media. Tonight, I'm pleased to introduce two individuals who've done more to loosen the.
Insert 30 more seconds of excruciating silence here, then this.
All right, sorry about that. We've got so many people here that I think we are kind of melting the servers, which is a good sign. All right, I'd like to just introduce the folks in the room here. So it's safe to say we wouldn't be making history without the man sitting next to me, Elon Musk. His decision to purchase this platform last year to restore to its original mission as a beacon for free speech, and even to expose Twitter's past complicity with a government censorship regime, might have surprised many, but not those of us who've known and worked with Elon for nearly a quarter century. His commitment to freedom and his willingness to put his money where his mouth is, upset the narrative control imposed on us by our government.
That echoing? It's because Musk, who is sitting next to Sacks, keeps switching his mic on. These are two tech millionaires, by the way, and they don't know how to use Twitter, which Musk owns. Now, around then, DeSantis dropped out of the space. David Sacks, though, just carried on talking until he was interrupted by another 90 seconds of dead air. And after that, there was this.
All right. Well, it's certainly an incredible honor to have Governor DeSantis make this stark announcement.
That went on for a while before DeSantis' launch picked up again. A joke.
All right. I'd like to welcome Governor DeSantis for this historic.
We're just trying to get it going because there's so many people.
It's unfortunate. We've never seen this before. Governor DeSantis for this historic.
We're just trying to get it going because there's so many people.
Oh, that painful technodrama dragged on for a full half hour. And finally, DeSantis was able to lay out his stall, saying this.
I am running for president of the United States to lead our great American comeback. Look, we know our country's going in the wrong direction. We see it with our eyes and we feel it in our bones. Our southern borders collapse. Drugs are pouring into the country. Our cities are being hollowed out by spiking crime. The federal government's making it harder for the average family to make ends meet and to attain and maintain a middle-class lifestyle. And our president, well, he lacks vigor, flounders in the face of our nation's challenges, and he takes his cues from the woke mob.
Really original stuff there. And I think we'll all agree, well worth the wait. So, who is Ron DeSantis? The 44-year-old was elected governor of Florida in 2018 in a landslide victory after running on promises of small government and low taxes. Once supported by Trump, he came to national attention for his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. He loosened lockdowns early, despite cases rising nationally, and he fought a long court battle to stop public schools from imposing masks on students. Since then, he's banned the teaching of critical race theory in schools, and he's also tried to outlaw conversations about sexual orientation and gender identity between students and teachers. Known as the Don't Say Gay Bill, it brought him into dispute with mega corporation Disney, who campaigned against it. That led to DeSantis cancelling the special independent status of the Florida district where Disney World is built and threatening to build a prison next door to it. Disney is the biggest employer in Florida, just to know. He's also signed into law a block on abortions after the 6th week of pregnancy, which is currently under appeal. It seems like Ron DeSantis is now a figure of fun and faces an uphill battle to be taken seriously as a Trump challenger. Mike, you're a politics lecturer. How easy is it for political figures to overcome the stench of loser once it's attached to them?
It's very difficult, especially when you're doing a bad job. And DeSantis is doing a terrible job as the governor of Florida at the moment. So when it comes to healthcare, Florida ranks quite lowly when it comes to states across the US. So he's doing a terrible job. And actually, he's fighting this really odd woke battle of, these woke people are taking over our country. And again, it's like the Conservatives, trying to do it in the UK. This is popular amongst a really small base of voters. And actually, this kind of base of voters that's popular amongst is shrinking. So I don't think for DeSantis, he has what it takes to mount a political recovery, because what that would require is, a rebranding of some sort. But I think he's going to, hammer the woke war and ramble on about all of these woke issues that apparently are afflicting America. And that'll be his strategy until he kind of fades into oblivion, I imagine.
I think it's really interesting when you look at DeSantis. He did seem like a genuine challenger for a while. And then Trump made that visit to East Palestine when the train derailed, and suddenly his polls shot up. And in America, you really see, when it comes to presidential campaigns, the difference between someone who's a people person like Donald Trump and somebody who hasn't got the charisma and has been repeatedly portrayed as awkward. There's all these, footage of DeSantis laughing at the wrong moment or having these strange abrasive interactions with the general public. And despite his popularity in Florida, it's just not translating when it comes up against, sadly, the reality TV power of someone like Donald Trump. I mean, really a rock and a hard place, but that Twitter launch, a misstep. It reminds me of the David Miliband and the banana, which killed his political career.